Most people think artisan soap like this is too complicated to make at home, but today I'm going to show you how to master these professional layers and a stunning gold mica vein using simple techniques and natural ingredients. By the end of this video, you'll have luxury soap bars that look like they came from a high-end boutique, and you'll know exactly what's inside them. We are using decadent cocoa butter for a natural chocolatey scent, and sweet almond oil to leave your skin feeling silky and soft. Hi, I'm Tessa from Simply Earth. Today, we're making our Cocoa Rose Artisan Bars. I'll teach you the 3 steps of cold process soap making, how to handle lye safely, and how to master this next level recipe with ease. This batter is a dream to work with, giving you plenty of time to perfect your design. If you've never made a cold process soap recipe before, I recommend starting with our Confident Starter Bar recipe, linked below. But if you're ready to level up, let's get started. To keep things simple, we're following a 3-step plan. Phase 1 is prep our bases, getting our oils melted and our lye ready. Phase 2 is mixing, combining the lye and oils to create our soap batter. Phase 3 is pouring and set, creating these beautiful artisan layers and letting the soap transform. First, let's talk about our bases. Creating a perfect soap bar is all about the balance between hard fats and liquid oils. We've chosen coconut oil to give you those big, satisfying bubbles and a durable bar, paired with cocoa butter for its natural chocolate scent and moisture-locking benefits. These 2 powerhouse ingredients provide the essential structure for your handcrafted soap. Next, we have our liquid oils, which bring the skin-loving magic to your lather. Olive oil is our go-to conditioning oil, ensuring the soap is incredibly gentle on your skin. We also include sweet almond oil, a lightweight favorite that leaves your skin feeling silky and soft. Finally, we add a splash of castor oil, the secret to transforming those bubbles into the big fluffy foam we all love. Of course, we have our sodium hydroxide, also known as lye. Think of this as the magic catalyst. It's what transforms our blend of oils into real soap through a fascinating process called saponification. We dissolve the lye in distilled water to keep the reaction pure and ensure your finished bar is as high quality as possible. And don't worry, once the soap has cured, the lye is completely transformed into safe, beautiful soap. To bring our Cocoa Rose soap to life, we use skin-safe mica powders. These natural minerals give us that vibrant fuchsia and elegant pearl shimmer, with a fine dusting of gold mica creates our signature artisan vein. To finish, we've chosen a safe scent fragrance oil. Unlike traditional perfumes, these are specifically tested for skin safety and soap stability, giving you a beautiful, long-lasting aroma that plays perfectly into the creamy notes of our cocoa butter. To give our Cocoa Rose soap its signature boutique look, we're using our 4-inch silicone loaf mold. This compact size is the secret to creating those wide, chunky bars you see in high-end shops. It provides the perfect depth for stacking our beautiful layers and ensures our gold mica vein stays centered and striking. Plus, the flexible silicone makes unmolding a breeze, keeping your artisan edges crisp and clean. Now, it's time to prepare our catalyst. Working with lye is a lot like cooking with hot oil. It simply requires your full attention and the right gear. Just armor up with your goggles, gloves, and long sleeves to stay in total control and craft with confidence. I've set up my workspace in a well-ventilated area, safely away from any busy little feet or curious pets. To keep our reaction pure, I'm using heat-safe equipment made of stainless steel or No. 5 plastic. And remember, we always avoid aluminum in soap making. Being a prepared maker is a happy maker. I keep a bottle of water nearby for any accidental skin contact and a little vinegar on hand to easily neutralize any lye spills on my surfaces. With my scale and stick blender ready, we're all set to begin our artisan journey. First, let's prep our bases. We start with the lye because it needs time to cool. Weigh your 100 grams of distilled water first, then your 59 grams of lye in a separate dry container. Remember our favorite rule, snow on the lake. Sprinkle the lye into the water and stir until the cloudy water turns clear. While that cools, we weigh our oils into one large heat-safe bowl. We'll melt our 120 grams of coconut oil and 60 grams of cocoa butter first. Once melted, we'll add our room temperature oils, 135 grams of olive oil, 90 grams of sweet almond oil, and 20 grams of castor oil. This helps bring the overall temperature down so we can get to pouring sooner. For color and scent prep, while the oils melt, let's mix our colors. Mix your fuchsia and pearl micas with a tablespoon of the oil mixture to create a smooth paint. This prevents any clumps from ruining your beautiful layers. We'll also weigh our 20 grams of Coastal Cactus fragrance and set it aside. Before we can combine our oils and lye water together, we check our temperatures. We want our oils and our lye water to be in that 95 to 110 degree Fahrenheit sweet spot. If they're too hot, the soap sets too fast. Too cold, and the fats won't stay melted. Now, carefully pour your lye water into the oils. Notice how it gets cloudy? That's the chemical reaction starting. Place your stick blender into the batter at an angle and tap it on the bottom to burp it and release any air bubbles. Give it a manual stir first to get things moving. Pulse your blender in short bursts. We are looking for light trace. It should be the consistency of thin pancake batter. No streaks of oil left, but still very fluid. Because we're making an artisan design, we're going to split our batter. Pour about 1/3 into a separate pitcher. One stays creamy white and the other becomes our pink masterpiece. Now we add the color. Stir your fuchsia slurry into the small pitcher, pearl slurry into another, and divide your Coastal Cactus fragrance into both. Stir these by hand to keep the batter nice and fluid for our design. We're starting with our shimmer white batter. Pour this directly into the bottom of your 4-inch mold. Give it a firm tap on the counter to level it out and pop any stubborn air bubbles. Using a fine mesh strainer, dust a fine, even layer of yellow gold mica over the white base. This creates that striking gold pencil line look we're after. Gently pour your pink batter over the back of a spoon, hovering over your gold layer. This breaks the fall to protect that gold vein. To finish, run the back of your spoon across the top to create those beautiful artisan waves. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of handcrafted soap. We're going to cover this with cardboard and a towel. This keeps the heat in so the soap goes through gel phase, which make the colors even more vibrant. Now the hard part, waiting. Let this sit for 48 hours. When you come back, it will be a solid block of soap, ready for the reveal. Now it's time to cut. This size loaf is usually cut into 3 or 4 bars. Look at those colors. Each bar is unique and they smell incredible. While your bars are safe to handle now, they still contain quite a bit of water. We want that water to evaporate so your soap becomes a hard, long-lasting bar and doesn't turn mushy in the shower. Simply place them in a safe, airy spot for 4 to 6 weeks to reach peak performance. This curing time is the secret to a rich, decadent lather and a bar that lasts. If you're ready to start your soap making journey, grab the ingredients for this recipe linked below. You get the vetted ingredients and the peace of mind that 13% of profits from your purchase helps end human trafficking. See you in the next video.